Team All-Star, Emma Arsenal. Lastly, named to the second All-Star team, Libby Lawler. Congratulations to the 9 All-Stars from Acadia and Holland College. We would ask that you now stand for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Once again, congratulations to the All-Stars from Acadia and Holland College. I believe I was actually muted for introducing the game before during warm-ups, so once again we'll do it one more time just to make sure. It's the time you've all been waiting for, the 2023 Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Association Championship. The first game, probably the most anticipated one of them, between Acadia and Holland College. The top two teams in the league going at it to start off this one. So buckle your seatbelts. Here we go for game one. Again, bit of a whiff shot there in the Hurricane zone. The Hurricanes will try to rush up. They now will be able to. Rush up, puck gets lost. The goaltender is going to cover that one. And we'll have an early stoppage in play, as that was Jason McMillan, the speedy scorer, like we like to call her, with 5 points during the regular season. Also the most penalty minutes out of every Hurricanes player, too. So a very speedy and tough player. Deotel off the puck drop there. We'll call that a win for her there. The puck behind the Acadia net. Battling for, here's the captain, Maddie Clapham. Being fought off, trying to get the puck in front, but it'll go away there. Wrapping around behind the net. It's Grace Smith trying to dump it off the boards. They'll get out of the zone as Deotel will rush after it. Puck bounces all over the place along the boards, along center ice there. Here comes the pass out to McDougall. Along the right wing, she'll dump it in. A wrap around behind the net. Deotel will rush after against Alea Bent. Katie will intercept down along the boards, but Clapham fighting along with it. They'll take it out. DeRoche is going to send it right back into the Acadia zone. Grace Smith still at it. Interception there, good job by the rookie Abby Gordon to get in to the rush there. Still battling along the boards. Here's Evoy, now it's going to go back to Acadia. Here comes Gwen Tubman, the puck goes right back around to the other side. Here's Grace Smith trying to take it out. Almost able to keep it in there, but that's not going to work. Here's DeRoche, passes up along the bench. Lawler shoots it in. Acadia trying to figure something out. Shooting it around the net. Along the boards, able to keep it in is Emma McKinnon. Good job by her. Once again behind the Acadia nets. And now going for the shot on goal right there. A good save by the goaltender. That was Paige Mather coming in with a 6-0-1 record with a 0.85 goals against average. 3 shutouts. Those half of her wins were shutouts, so great stuff from her and the Acadia ACHA women, who obviously coming into this with a 6-0-1 record. Haven't lost in regulation yet. They did tie a game against Holland Hurricanes 1-1. Now rushing in along the left wing boards, trying to get the puck in front for a backhand shot. Loose through the crease, goes wide. Another shot on, a good block right there. I believe that was McKinnon. Here's Taylor around behind the net, trying to get it up there, and now rushing after will be Lorette, but Acadia is going to get it right back. Puck goes all the way across to Davidson. Up center ice, deflects off McMillan's skates, right back in the Hurricane zone. Up along the boards. The puck's just bouncing back and forth. That's pretty much been the pattern we've seen in every ACHA game this season. Here comes the captain dangling through the legs. Clapham steps in on the right wing boards, now trying to make the pass over to McDougall, but the puck will fly out. Here's DeHotel using her speeds, but she'll get intercepted. Now Clapham will dump it in. Here's DeHotel once again. Behind the net, trying to get it in front, but a good block right there from Davidson. Acadia will get it out right there. That was Caroline Steves. Into the neutral zone, DeHotel fighting for it. Acadia still going at there as well. The captain of Acadia will shoot it in. That was Abby Laguerre. Deschamps. The board's right there at Clapham, who now dumps it right back to behind the net. Tingley. McDougall. Trying to get up the center. Here's Clapham stopping for it. We'll make it up to DeHotel. A one-on-one right here. Up over the blue line. Good defensive effort right there. Trying to get it in front. That's not going to work. This goes wide. Tingley's going to shoot it. Good block right there from Emma Dixon. The rush up. Rushing after, it's going to be Gordon. Along the boards. Puck comes back. Evoy takes the shot. Goes wide. Low glove side. And the trapezoid still fighting along the boards. Livy Lawler doing a good job of keeping the puck along the boards, but it goes away eventually. Kia trying to take it out. Hurricanes still able to keep it in. Evoy doing a good job there. Now the puck eventually comes out. Hurricanes will be offside, but they'll be now good. Puck bounces off the boards along the Hurricanes bench. Here's Lawler dangling around. The second all-star team rookie here coming through. That's not going to work. Acadia will rush right back with it. Kelly gets a good check right there in front of the Hurricanes bench. Dumping up the right wing boards there for the Hurricanes. Taylor's going to rush after it against. That's Gwen Tubman there. Good fire right there. Again, the puck in front. Shot scores! And the Hurricanes are on the board first. With 10 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this first period. And that is J.C. McMillan getting the job done off a great passing play there. So we'll quickly get that edited in here. Hurricanes up 1-0. A great start from them there. McMillan with her, if you count the regular season, that'll be her 4th altogether. Hurricanes will dump it in. Center of the zone now along the left wing, getting through the center. Here's Grace Smith. It gets intercepted. Puck drifts over to the goaltender. Mather will cover it.
Goal scored by your Holland College Hurricanes, number 19, Madison Tingley. Assisted by number 15, Megan Taylor.
Okay, apparently Madison Tingley was actually the goal scorer, so apologies if there was a mistake made there. Already off to a great start, but it's going to be a bit of a partial breakaway. Not really there, but stepping in. Puck goes under the pad and will be covered by the Hurricanes goaltender, Emma Arsenault is in goal for the Hurricanes, coming in with a 1-2-1 record with a 1.75 goals against average. I could have sworn I saw that was Jason McMillan's name I saw on the back of that jersey there, but maybe someone can help me out in the chat, but we'll move on from that. Mistakes happen if that was a mistake indeed, but along the blue line here, puck will be dumped around the boards there, around behind the net. Dangling along with it, here's going to be Davidson. Pass across, a shot on goal. Pad save, it kind of went a little wide there, close call. Acadia is still able to keep it in. There's going to be a shot on goal. Oh, and that barely deflected off the top of the glove of Arsenault. That was Chantel Richard, I believe it was. Hurricanes now there. Here's Clapham on the boards. Acadia will get it right back. Bit of a weird line change there. Could have been almost too many women on the ice there. Acadia with it in the neutral zone. Gwen Tubman will dangle around. McDougall still stepping in. Fires a shot low. Good stick deflection there to get it away by Arsenault. Acadia still managing to keep it in along the Hurricanes bench. Lawler fighting after it as well. The puck will get out. And now coming back with a good dangle from Tubman, stepping in with a shot. Glove save by Arsenault. Good job from her so far here as the Hurricanes, Holland College Hurricanes, are up 1-0 against the Acadia University Axe women with 8 minutes and 19 seconds left in this first period. Face off to the blocker side of Arsenault. There's going to be Dixon with it now, taking the shot on goal right into the chest of Arsenault. She'll cover that one once again. Face off in the exact same place as we had there. The Axe women will make a line change now. Going for the face, that'll be Abby Laguerre. She'll win that one. Dixon trying to take a shot on, but fans on it. Might have been a defensive block there too from Evoy. Behind the net, trying to dangle through, but two women almost works. Puck in front, no one's there. Dixon's able to keep it in. Shot gets blocked by Livy Lawler. And another shot on there will get covered by Arsenault. Bit of a pad save there too. McKinnon tries to shoot it around, but instead she'll shoot it right at the boards in front of her. Puck in front. No one there. Hurricanes were lucky that no one was in front off of that bounce or whatever it was. Along the boards now, Hurricanes will get it. There's McMillan. Waiting for a man, takes the shot. Low pad save by the goaltender. Lorette tries to get towards the center of the ice, but it'll go right now to Aaliyah Bent. Trying to dangle through, still kind of hesitant, but she gets tripped up. Hurricanes will now come with it. Gets intercepted there from Deschamps, and she'll lose the stick, and that's going to be a penalty for interference by the looks of it. I was about losing my voice right there. But, yes, the Hurricanes will be going to the power play, as I believe that is Grace Smith in there for interference, so the Hurricanes will get an opportunity here to extend their goal lead with 7 minutes remaining. Here's Stewart waiting with it, but the puck gets lost off of her stick, and the Axe woman will take it out. Deschamps will get it up to Lawler. Lawler now wrap. Just a little bit of a turnaround there. Here's Sterling on the boards. Right back to Lawler. Lawler will get it over. I believe that's McKinnon there taking the zone, but that's not going to work. Acadia with a great penalty kill effort here so far. Now under a minute and 20 left in this penalty, or Hurricanes power play. Right up center, Stewart. Over on the benches. Here's Abby Gordon. Bit of a dump there if you want to call it that. Here's Lawler now trying to dangle around. She'll step in, take the shot on, gets blocked. Good effort there. Here's McKinnon. Slap shot on. Blocked by the skate of Emma Dixon, it looks to be. And Dixon will take it out as the Axe women will go for a line change. Yeah, I think I can now understand the potential mistake from that first goal. I think Tingley has the hair from behind. I think remember that. Deotel with some good speed up the right wing. Stepping in, trying to dangle through shot, and a beauty! That one I am not going to get incorrect. Jessica Deotel, known for the speedy highlight reel goals. And wow. Right off the goaltender and in. So the Hurricanes will get a power play goal. We'll add another one here for the Hurricanes. There we go. Deotel, if you're counting the regular season, that'll be her 8th of the season. Got 7 goals in the regular season. So Hurricanes off to a very, very hot start here against the top team in the league statistically. The team that has not yet lost in regulation. And now stepping in front, shot, bit of a save, rebound. Bit of a dive attempt there, but the puck, bit of a whiff, we'll call it, I suppose. Now Taylor tries to make the pass across to McMillan, but not there. Acadia will now rush in. Shot on, goes wide to the low glove side. That was Avery Gilby. Okay, now I do see hair taken by McMillan. Maybe it wasn't. Okay. At this point, doesn't matter. We'll possibly look back on that first goal. But anyways, back to the play. Trying to take it out there is Caroline Stevens. Not going to work. Up center now on the boards. Trying to dangle through is Brenna Varon, sorry. And now it'll come back to Deotel. Josh was about to have it. Now it's going to get right back to her, up to Deotel. Trying to use her speed again. Evoy might want to rush up with her for a potential rebound. Deotel tries to dangle through the defenseman, but a great effort right there. Olivia Lawler now around to the blue line. There's going to be a shot on goal from DeRosha. Great block from Steves. Now here's Lawler trying to get something done. Still going for a low shot. Blocked off the skate once again. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first period. Hurricanes up 2-0 if you're just now tuning in. Up now along the boards. Wasn't able to get control on that was Bethany McDougall. Clapham trying to put in the effort there, but getting it around will be Davidson. Along the boards, a bit of a whiff pass there. Able to keep it in, stepping in, dangle around, in front, backhand shot. Bit of a whiff from McMillan. Still looked to be a bit of a pad save there. Along the blue line in the Acadia bench, dumping it in. That was Deschamps. Chantel Richard with it. Now McKinnon tries to keep it in, but that's not going to work. Stepping in is Maddie Gray. Pass over now to Richard. Trying to dangle through, and the puck kind of bouncing around. The goaltender will cover that one. The puck did come loose to the other side. Bit of a surprise that Gray didn't try to go for the shot there in case the whistle didn't go, but good instincts there. Got a pretty good crowd on hand here for this first game of the Women's Hockey Championship for the ACHA. Bit of a shot right there, deflected off a stick and high. That was Gilby trying to get a shot in front and batting for it, and there's a bit of a slash it looks to be. it's going to be a high stick on Jill Turco. Couldn't tell if that was slash against the goaltender or was up high against the player. But the Hurricanes are going to go right back to the power play. We saw earlier, of course, with Jessica Dehotel getting the power play goal. So the Hurricanes are 1 for 1. They'll look to go for 2 for 2. Face off to the glove side of Paige Mather. Dehotel off the face off. She'll win that one. Here's Lorette. Passing across to McKinnon. McKinnon waiting with it, trying to get it back. It will go to Dehotel. Along the boards. Back to McMillan. McMillan waiting with it, being patient. Shot on goal. Puck bouncing around. Still going for the rebound. Scrambling. And the whistle will be blown there. Was in the middle of a crowd. Lorette was trying to jam away at that one. Off the face-off again, Dehotel's going to win that one. Lorette will get it over to McMillan, trying to dangle, fool the captain of this Acadia team. Still with it, doing a little bit too much, though, and the puck will come out. So here's McKinnon. Along that center face-off dot, now into the Hurricane zone, trying to create a bit of a play here. Good effort, though, from the captain, Abby Laguerre. As Grace Smith will get in, she'll dump it out. Smith, the original, the first guilty player here from the penalties we've seen now coming up. Dehotel trying to make the pass up. Gordon will still get it. Still bouncing around. Now at the center face-off dot. Puck just does not love to be consistent here, is now behind the net. Taylor trying to create a rush here, create a play off. Puck deflects off the bench here for a pass, and Acadia will get that one. A bit of a failed attempt there. Emma Dixon up, but Dehotel's going to intercept that one. She waits until her group is onside behind the blue line. A pass over to Lawler. Over to Deschamps. Deschamps will get back to Dehotel. Kind of couldn't get control on that one. Lost the puck, but a good stick jab there from Dehotel, but she's taking a bit of a spinorama on her knees. Here's Emma Stewart over to Abby Gordon. Shot on goal. Dehotel looking for the rebound shot. And somehow Paige Mather got the glove on that one. There was a bit of a wide open net. Dehotel could have had her second of the game there. But a great save from the Acadia goaltender. "12 seconds remaining on this penalty, and we're actually going to have a 5-on-5 apparently for the Hurricanes for about 12 seconds. As for the first period, there's 54 seconds remaining. That's a lot of numbers that we're mentioning there, but we'll find out what that second penalty was all about. Here's McKinnon taking a shot on goal. Good block from Leah Bent. Puck will wrap around the boards over the blue line. Here's J.C. McMillan. Over to Dehotel. Waiting. Pass across to McKinnon. Got with the backhand instead of the forehand, so a bit unfortunate there. We'll be back to a regular power play for the Hurricanes. Short-handed effort here from Acadia. Brenna Varon trying to do something, but she was doing it against about 3 Hurricanes players there. Looking to figure something out behind the net. McMillan will give it over to McKinnon. It is. She'll dump it in. About 10 seconds left. Yeah, it was a cross-checking penalty for Emma Dixon, so this first period will come to an end. So there'll be about 1 minute and 6 seconds for the Hurricanes to try and extend their goal lead again. But after one period, 15 minutes, your Holland College Hurricanes are up 2-0 against the Acadia University Axe women with goals from, I'm going to safely assume Jason McMillan got the first one. I could have sworn it was her again. And a highlight reel goal from Jessica Dehotel. So the high-end players are coming out on top for the Hurricanes. Had to go off there for a few seconds, but we're back at it now for this second period of ACHA Women's Hockey Championship action. Pass in front, shot go, bit of a whiff one there, went wide. Deotel now get back to the captain Clapham. Clapham with it, kind of loses it. Puck goes in front there. Lucky that no Hurricane was there, at least for Acadia. But once again, if you're just tuning in now, or if you need a quick memory check, obviously. Actually, no, never mind. We did that. Sorry. In the Hurricane zone now, taking it out. That's McMillan into the Acadia zone now. Battling along the boards along the Hurricanes bench. Stepping up on the Acadia bench is going to be Allie Norris, but that'll be intercepted off of her stick. Emma Stewart will now dangle around a couple players there. The defenseman step in with good speed on the center, takes the shot on. Low pad save there on the glove side from the goaltender, Paige Mather. Here's Tingley taking the shot on. Goes wide. Bent trying to take it out, but a bit of a whiff on that one. Acadia will eventually take it out. Tingley will do a good job of taking it. I don't know about good job on that one. She took the puck and put it right into the penalty box. Great to see here. We have 40 plus watching the stream here. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast here so far. Face off there, the Hurricanes head of one. Stewart trying to do something again. Here's Deotel looking for her second of the game. Stepping in, header stick jab up high, and a shot in front. They score again! A great passing play right there between Emma Stewart and Jessica Deotel. Can you believe this team tonight? Unbelievable stuff we're seeing here from the, I guess we'll call it the home team for sure. But Deotel with the pass from behind the net in front to Emma Stewart. She shoots it right over the goaltender. And this is a fantastic start to the tournament for the Hurricanes. Hopefully the broadcaster jinx didn't happen there. But we'll keep our spirits up. Shot from the blue. Kelly Legg had the shot on from the blue line right into the chest of Arsenault. Off the face-off there, Acadia trying to do something to get back in this one. There's a shot on, good low save. Rebound, Arsenault will cover that one. Arsenault coming out on top, even though the Hurricanes have been getting most of the offensive opportunities in this one so far. 12 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in this second period. Trying to do the quick math, I would say that'd be about 18 minutes into this game now. Trying to get a bit of a shot on there was Chantel Richer, but it deflected off someone there. The Hurricanes will now come up. Stepping in will be Abby Gordon trying to dangle around. The defenseman stepping in with a backhand shot way wide over the net. That would have been another beauty of a goal there if that was maybe top shelf or just in the corner or whatever you may want to call it. But now a puck battle along the boards. About, looks to be 3 players there, and the ref will finally blow the whistle to stop that one. Face off to the blocker's side of Paige Mather here. Deotel will be on it. A bit of a draw there. Clapham trying to do a bit of a dangle, but that's not going to work. Acadia will step up. A bit of a 3-on-1, but instead it's a dump in. Trying to get the puck in front, but a good block there. Here's Deotel stepping up, trying to use her speed. Backhand pass over to McDougall on the right wing. She'll dump it off the boards. Deotel with it again. Trying to battle for it, but Acadia will get it right back. Tingley will keep it in, but Acadia's going to get it right back out. Here comes Turco, but she'll lose control of that one, and she and Deschamps will rush after that one along the boards. Bit of a minor check right there. McMillan will now have it over to Clapham, the captain. Will dump it in. Wide over the net. She'll go for the line change. McMillan, good stick out there from her, but Acadia will get it right back. Rushing up center ice here, loses the puck. Hurricanes will get back. Here's Emma Stewart, the recent goal scorer here. A pass over now. Here comes that's Taylor's shot on. Just wide past the glove of the goaltender. Battling along for it here. Stewart trying to get in front. Puck bouncing around. Still going for it. Puck is still loose. I believe that was Stewart trying to, I guess you call it like an in-front wraparound or something like that. And the puck was loose. A bit of a wide open net, but the goaltender was able to stretch over and eventually get the glove on that one. 10 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the second period. Hurricanes up 3-0. Off the face-off, DeRush will have it. She'll dump it around the boards there. Abby Gordon will rush after it. Good effort there from, I believe that's Davidson. Now about 4 or 5 players along the corner of the boards there. Lawler will dance around. Here's DeRush waiting with it. Pass back to Lawler. Lawler being patient with it. She'll take the shot on. Almost a deflection from Gordon, but she'll miss that one as Acadia will rush back around. The captain will dump it out. Here comes Steves. We'll get it around DeRoche. In behind the net. And the puck goes in front right there from Abby Laguerre, and the puck will go into the glove of Arsenault. And considering how the last game between the Axewomen and the Hurricanes went, it was originally supposed to be a doubleheader, but one game was canceled due to inclement weather. Acadia won 2-1. So a completely different story we're seeing here from the Hurricanes. Again, they were able to tie Acadia, but this time around it's now a completely different story as it's 3-0. 10 minutes remaining. Face off to the glove side of Arsenault. A slap shot on. Gets blocked. Rushing up the ice is going to be McDougall. She'll try to take the puck around. Defenseman right there, Emma Dixon. Behind the net. Clapham trying to get in front. Jabbing at it. It'll be covered. And we might have a bit of a scrum here in the crease. Probably not the smartest idea to try and jab at it like that if you have players getting all over you, but luckily nothing major came out of that one. Refs will take it easy. Face off to the glove side of Mather. McMillan will be taking the face off here. She'll win that one. Here's Lorette. Trying to get it. Here's McMillan trying to take a shot on whiffs on that one. Still going for it. Here's Lorette. Trying to get a backhand pass in front. But she gets boarded. And no call there. A couple players seemed a bit upset from that one. Bit of a check against the linesman right there. He's able to stay on his footing. Here's Emma Stewart using her speed to rush up, but a good defensive effort right there from Richard. Lorette will rush after it as Emma Dixon goes back for it in the trap of Zoe, but now coming right back up. Pass up a near potential breakaway for Acadia, but that's actually going to be an icing as that was up to Chantel Richard. The second period going a little bit slower than what we saw in the first. Well, no. It's still a bit of the same pace, but it is a bit of a slow game we're getting here. Abby Gordon will be taking the face off. The rookie will win that one. Here's Deschamps trying to take the shot on. Hits Evoy's leg. The puck will be taken out by Acadia. Along their bench now. Still going for it, stepping in with the puck, trying to dangle around it. It does work. There's a shot on goal. Good blocker save. Rebound, isn't able to get that one. That was Gwen Tubman. Puck goes over towards the penalty boxes. Here's Grace Smith trying to dangle around a couple players, still going for it. Acadia was barely offside there, but they were able to get back onside in a matter of a second there. Smith trying to get the puck in front, but that one's not going to work. DeRoche trying to take it. There's going to be a shot on off the post. The outer part of the post right there. Here's DeRoche now. Gets the puck around behind the net. Lawler will have to rush after that one against Aaliyah Bent. Will skate around behind the net. Evoy rushing after that one. Abby Laguerre fighting for it. Acadia able to keep it in. There's going to be a slap shot on. Gets blocked off. But I believe that was DeRoche. And now stepping in, Lawler will dump it in. Hurricanes will go for a full line change right here. They'll have to rush with this one as Acadia will be coming back. And it worked out. Good job by the captain Clapham, but the puck eventually goes away from her there. And the puck will go back into the Hurricanes zone now. No icing. Emma Stewart backhands it up, but Acadia will get it right back. Here's going to be Varen. And the puck bounces in front of the crease right there. Doesn't result in anything. Laguerre will get it right back right there to Davidson, who will share right back to that same spot it was in. Now should get the puck right back. Slap shot on. Good block from Deotel. I think McDougall was trying to get a call from the ref there. Potential roughing or interference. Under 7 minutes left in the second period. Hurricanes up 3-0. Here's Davidson. Trying to get it up now. Deotel with the interception. Here's going to be McDougall. Going to try to be patient with it. Trying to fool the defender, but she gets pinned along, and Acadia will take it back out. Trying to get the puck up, but not able to get that one was Allie Norris. Arsenal will make a bit of a tip pass or whatever you want to call that one to Tingley. Here's going to be McMillan trying to get it up, and unfortunately that pass is not going to work as Taylor couldn't catch that one. And that's going to be an icing. We'll get a face-off back in the Hurricane zone.
Fans, be sure to catch Game 2 of the 2023 ACHA Championship featuring the Acadia University Absolutely versus the Cape Breton University Capers. Puck drop is at 9:10 a.m. this Sunday morning here at Cavendish Farms Wellness Center.
Make that actually Saturday morning. It's actually tomorrow morning, as a matter of fact. They're mentioning the game between Acadia and Cape Breton at 9 a.m. Of course, we will be broadcasting every game of the 2023 ACHA Championships. Acadia, as was mentioned, Acadia will be facing Cape Breton tomorrow morning. The Hurricanes will be back to face Cape Breton at 1 p.m. or actually, I believe it'll be 2 p.m. Somewhere around 1 or 2. But now back to the play here is going to be Taylor. Shot off the boards, and that probably will be an icing and maybe a potential disagreement there, as the Hurricanes may have just barely been the first player to the puck, but they're going to call it regardless. Continuing on with the schedule, of course, round-robin games. Of course, this one right now and 2 tomorrow, and then as soon as the round-robin's done, we're going to have one playoff game. It's going to be the finals Sunday afternoon. But we'll get to that when that time comes, obviously. Dumping the puck around off the face-off. Goes behind the net. Norris fighting for it right there. Now here's going to be Dixon. Now an interception going up. Potential one-on-one. Good speed from Evoy. But a good defensive effort there. No, puck comes back. There's going to be a shot on goal. Pad save. Lawler couldn't get the rebound on the Abby Gordon shot there. 5.5 minutes left in this second period. Along the boards, a good effort from Deschamps. Puck wraps on the other side. Here's McKinnon. Shot on, goes wide. Glove side. Battling for it along the corner. Around the net. Dixon. Deotel rushing after it. She'll try to intercept. Still going at it with the stick, but not going to work. The puck will be taken out. McKinnon couldn't catch the possession on that one. Puck comes across, and unfortunately that That could have been all alone right there, but puck went just past the stick of Richard. And now along here from the blue line, there's going to be a shot in for Smith, and deflected wide right there off the blocker side. Puck will bounce into the neutral zone, barely into the Acadia zone now along the boards. Puck bounces behind the nets. Deotel will keep it in, but she actually takes a fall there along the Hurricanes bench trying to keep it in. Puck will go to the other side to Tubman. Trying to make the pass over. To Turco trying to step in. A shot on. Saved by Arsenault down low. Still skating around. Here's Tubman. Along the blue line. Smith with it. And now there's going to be a penalty here on the Hurricanes. A shot on right there from Tubman. Still going for it. And both refs actually have the arms up, so either maybe they both have seen a penalty or it's both teams maybe have a penalty. We'll have to see here. Yeah, it looks like it's only going to be going to the Hurricanes, as I believe that's the captain, Maddie Clapham. So the Axe women will go on. The Axe women will have their first power play of the game here. And trying to get the penalty up on the scoreboard, they just made it a 7-0 game for the Hurricanes. I mean, that'd be a great score, but we're not there just yet. Here's Bent along the blue line, pass across the center. Good stick save there from Arsenault to deflect that one away. Here's Bent. Being patient with it, now over to Smith. Across now. That was great, I believe. Now the shot on goes wide from Smith. Lawler with it now on the boards. Schultz hit. No, it's not going to be taken out. Bent with a good block. Shot on. Low pad save from Arsenault. She's been standing tall in this one so far. Now with 3 minutes left in the second period. 1:10 left on the penalty for the Hurricanes. Around from behind the net. Towards the blue line, here's Maddie Gray. Over to Smith, a slap shot one-timer off the skate of a player there. Here's Bent again, all on the boards. Being patient with it again to the center. Here's Smith, across to Maddie Gray. Shot on. Hit someone in front, went wide. Here's Bent again. Shot on. A good block right there. I believe that was Tingley. Smith over to Gray. Along the left wing there, over to Bent. Bent will take the shot. Another block there from Livy Lawler. Great stuff here from the Hurricanes. A lot of sacrificing moments we're getting here. Here's Bent again. Over to Smith. Shot on. Into the chest of Arsenault. And a great effort here. Penalty kill effort from the Hurricanes. Once again, another update. Hurricanes up 3-0 over the Axe women with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in this second period. 24 seconds left on the Acadia power play. Along the blue line, Dixon. Pass across, there's going to be a shot on. Gets through, doesn't get through the traffic. McMillan will now take it along the Acadia bench. I don't know if you called that one a check, but at least the puck was taken out. A good interception there from Taylor behind the net, waiting for Hurricanes players to rush up from the line change. That'll do it for the Acadia power play. They'll now go 0 for 1. A 2-on-2 here. Stepping in. Shot on. A chest save. Rebound. Isn't able to get that one. It was Brenna Varon. The puck will be dumped out by the Hurricanes, and that's going to be an icing. We'll get a face-off back in the Hurricane zone. For whatever reason, the scoreboard says 7-0. But it's a 3-0 game. You can trust the digital scoreboard we have. Oh, well, funny moments happen. As I said earlier, mistakes happen. But again, I could have sworn it was Jason McMillan with that first goal. But anyways, a shot on. Into the glove off the face-off. 1.5 minutes to go in this second period. Judging by the league rules, I can only imagine we will be getting the Zamboni on when this second period comes to an end. Puck goes around the net. Stewart battling along with it, still keeping the puck on somehow. And the puck does go out. Deotel rushing after it. Here's Clapham now under the skates. It'll be dumped into the Acadia zone. Hurricanes able to keep it in. Here's going to be McDougall dangling around the defenseman. Does a bit of a spinorama. Here's McKinnon along the Hurricanes bench. Shot on. Gets blocked in front by our own teammate, Deotel. And we are now in the last minute of the second period. Deotel on the right wing towards the center, trying to dangle through. Loses puck possession there. She's lucky that she didn't, or that she was able to stop right in front of the goaltender. That could have been a bad collision. Here's Stewart in the center face-off dot, now right back to Tingley. Abby Gordon wasn't able to take possession of that one as Acadia will try to get one more chance here to conclude the second period to get on the board. And the puck will be flown into the chest of Arsenault. That was Kelly Legg. And of course, yes, the Zamboni door is lifting up, so indeed we will be getting a fresh ice surface for the third period. 16 seconds left. Only so much little time here for Acadia to try to get up on the board. Smith passed along the board, so there's going to be a hard angle shot there. Puck still goes in front. Smith back at it again, behind the middle red line there. Puck bouncing around, and Arsenault will cover that one as that will do it for the first 30 minutes of this first game of the 2023 ACHA Championship. Your Holland College Hurricanes up 3-0 after 2 periods. A great start from them against the top team in the league, trying to give the Axe women their first regulation loss of the entire season if you include the regular season. So Axe women will go back to their dressing room to try and figure things out. But we will step back as the Zamboni will give us some fresh ice here for this third period. Once again, you're listening and watching to ACHA Women's Hockey for the 2023 Championship. We'll see you on the other side to conclude this game with one last period. Already the
We'd like to thank the following sponsors for supporting today's game.
PA announcer trying to interrupt me, but yeah, welcome back to ACHA Women's Hockey Championship action here for 2023 between the Holland College Hurricanes and the Acadia University Axe women. Hurricanes up 3-0. They got off to a terrific start in the first period. Things quieted down just a little bit, but Acadia has just not been able to get the puck in the net yet. There still is plenty of time. But again, though, a 3-0 lead is that's quite the deficit you got to get right back into. But again, it's not impossible. Right back into the play now. Here's Evoy. On boards here in the trapezoid. Gets it right back around. Tingley will fire a shot on. Goes wide through traffic. Lawler will try to dump it in behind the net, but it gets blocked off, and now the puck will be along the Acadia bench. Penalty boxes. Almost a 2-on-1 there, but that's not going to work out. DeRoche will get it back now. Spins around her defender, but now right back behind the net. Another spinorama from Evoy now there. DeRoche gets it, getting it up to Abby Gordon, but it'll be intercepted. A near offside from Acadia right there, and a near check as well. Gordon will try to get it in, but the puck comes right back out now, and this will be a 3-on-1 here for Acadia stepping in. Shot, good save by Ursino on Gwen Tubman. A perfect opportunity for the ex-women to get on the board, but no. You're seeing here we have over 50 people tuned in. Once again, we're hoping you're enjoying this broadcast so far. We'll be getting right back at you with 3 more games this weekend. 2 more round robin, and then, of course, the finals. So welcome aboard the journey. This is probably not the time to have to say that earlier, but anyways, now along the blue line. Dangling around, losing control. A great effort there from Livy Lawler, the rookie. Once again was named to the second All-Star team before the puck was dropped. Very much well-deserving. Had a goal and 3 assists for 4 points in 7 games in the regular season. Acadia will intercept that one in the Hurricane zone. Still trying to keep it in, but now it's going to be taken out as Tingley will do a couple dangles. Now Aaliyah Bent's going to go after it on the Acadia bench. Now center ice. Skating around the ret into the Hurricane zone. That's going to be an offside. I believe Allie Norris was just about a footer. No, that would be 2 feet offside, but yeah. 11 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third period. Yeah, this period's going by rather fast. Bit of a lack of whistles, I suppose. I believe we had another offside there, so we'll have a face-off. Neutral zone here on the opposite side of the Hurricanes bench. Acadia will win that one. That was off of Maddie Gray. Aaliyah Bent now along towards the penalty boxes, trying to get it into the Hurricane zone, but unfortunately it's not going to work. Deotel looked to be a bit tripped up right there, but no call. Bit of a close one now in the Acadia zone. Aaliyah Bent now back with it again. Deotel taking a couple of, that's about 2 or 3 drops we've seen of her in this current shift. Evoy is able to keep it in. No, it gets intercepted off of her again. Here's Aaliyah Bent up center ice. Still up center ice. On a good hit. Oh, no, that's going to be a penalty. Maddie Clapham, the captain, is going to have her second penalty of the game. Refs are having a bit of a discussion. So this means Acadia will go back to the power play. I believe that's their second of the game. correct me if I'm wrong, a wide shot there from the captain, Abby Laguerre. Along the blue line trying to dangle, but the puck gets taken out across the blue line. Neutral zone along the penalty boxes, now back to the other side. Here's Emma Dixon. Dangles around Lawler. Also dangling around Abby Gordon. Almost loses the possession. On the boards, puck will bounce back. There's going to be a slap shot on into the chest of Arsenault. Face off to the glove side of Arsenault. Hurricanes will take it out. Good job there from Deschamps. Good effort there from McMillan to speed up against Grace Smith. Taylor will get it and shoot it towards McMillan. The puck goes around the goaltender as Maddie Gray will kick up some speed here along center ice. Using one hand on the puck right there. Around the shot on, get a bit of a whiff on the blocker side. Battling forward along the corner. Maddie Gray will get it now over to Grace Smith. Smith remaining patient with it, over to Gray. Back to Smith. A one-timer goes wide on the low glove side. Allie Norris had it there, but that was intercepted off of her. Tingley fighting for it. McMillan get it off the boards, but it goes right back to Aaliyah Benn along the blue line. Maddie Gray trying to collect a pass, but that's not going to work. Jason McMillan will now step up looking for her second in the game. Short-handed, dangling around the legs. Spins around, tries to make the pass across to, that was Elizabeth Lorette, but she wasn't able to take control of that one. And a bit of an opposite check right there on Emma McKinnon. Stepping in, there's a shot blocked off the leg of Deo. One-timer deflects off the leg of Deo Tellin, actually came a few inches away, went through the crease, and a shot on from a weird angle. Arsenault will cover that one. So Acadia will not get on the board. All right, 50-50 ticket announcement. Hang on. A lot of sevens in that one, but right back to the play. McDougall will do a backhand shot off the boards, and now Acadia will get it right back. From the Acadia bench, pass across to Brenna Varon. She still has possession with it. Will take the shot on. Pad save on the blocker side by Arsenault. Puck will go to the neutral zone over to Kelly Legg. Emma Dixon now on the boards. And a good hit there. Oh, that's going to be another Hurricanes penalty. Emma McKinnon's going to get that one. I might have to shut my mouth here for this next announcement because I missed the last one, but Acadia right back to the power play. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining now. Slap shot from the blue line. Off the glove bouncing, and the puck goes in. Off a rebound backhander from Allie Norris. It took him a while, but Acadia is finally on the board with 7 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the third period. It was a one-timer shot, I believe from just a few feet over the blue line. I believe it did hit Arsenault, and then the puck bounced in the crease, and she wasn't fast enough to catch that one, and it was an easy backhand, kind of a tap right into the net. And including the regular season, that'll be Allie Norris's 5th of the season. She got 4 goals in the regular season, so. And Now I'll take my time here to update the scoreboard. And now stepping in is Maddie Gray. Good stick effort there from Emma Stewart. Rushing up now along the right wing. Here she comes to the center. She loses puck possession, and Acadia will come back. And a near shoulder to head hit there. That could have been bad. Under 7 minutes left in the third period. Here comes McMillan looking for her second along the right wing boards. Behind the net, puck goes in front. Goaltender tries to cover it. Lawler now has it behind the net. Along the corner. Over to DeRoche. Lawler will take the shot on. Save off the stick of Paige Mather. Around behind the net. Tubman will get it. Trying to make the pass up for a breakaway attempt, and that's an offside there. They'll come back and make it onside, but that could have easily been an opportunity to make it a one-goal game. And again, it's a two-goal deficit now. There's 6 minutes now left in this third period. Anything's possible. There's a shot on wide, high blocker side from Megan Taylor. Along the Acadia bench. Bit of a hand block right there from, I believe that was Kaylin Parker. And we'll get an icing call there. So we'll have a face-off to what appears to be the glove side of the goaltender. Nope, that'll be blocker side. 5. Rushing up now, here comes Allie Norris looking for a second in the game. All alone, backhand, save, rebound, they couldn't get at it. Puck is kind of loose. I don't know what you call that one. But the whistle is eventually blown on that one. A wide open net, almost exactly like the other play that where Norris was able to get the backhand into the net. But no one was able to get the stick on that one. And a lot of desperation. The refs kind of took some time to blow the whistle as players were just jumping all over the place there. Along the blue line, here's Smith. Tries to get up to Norris, but now Bent's going to get it. Puck goes wide there, low glove side. Deotel behind the net, wrapping it around. Smith will get it along the blue line. Shot on, a deflection from Avery Gilby goes wide. And a backhand dump from the Hurricane zone into towards the Acadia goaltender, and she'll cover that one. Bit of a rough there. I believe that was between Deotel and Grace Smith, I believe. Nice to see right now, 66 people watching this one. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this first game of the 2023 championship. Under 5 minutes left in the third period. Acadia only has that much time to try and get back in this one. Emma Dixon now. A good defensive effort from Kiana Evoy. She takes Dixon down too. Livy Lawler tries to keep it in, and surprisingly not a call there. Might have been a trip or something, but we'll continue. Emma Stewart keeps it in somehow. She'll dump the puck towards the other side. Apologies if that cough was heard. I am losing my voice here. Here's Tingley a few feet over the blue line. Still able to keep it in, but a good effort there from Chantel Richard to be defensive on her there. Two players fall down there behind the net. And the ref will blow the whistle. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this third period. A face-off along the Acadia bench, and the Hurricanes will win that one. Is shooting it in is Tingley. Acadia now with it. Out of the face-off dot, here comes Gwen Tubman. She's shown a lot of speed here tonight, but hasn't been able to get a goal. Shot off the pad of Arsenault. Here's Tingley now. Getting it up to Lorette, who tries to get it to center ice, but Allie Norris doing a good job there, but the Hurricanes will now go up along the right wing. Tingley will get an intercept off of her. Here's Grace Smith dangling around Clapham. Smith takes the shot into the glove of Arsenault. Up high. And we are now down to 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third period. Acadia was able to get one. There's still time to try and get two. Hurricanes have quieted down ever since their hot start in the first period. Here's Clapham. Lost possession of that one there. Could have been a good passing opportunity up to Bethany McDougall, who was rushing up center ice. Clapham will get it back now. She'll have a bunch of stick wax in her. Here comes McDougall stepping in, trying to dangle around under the legs. DeHotel will now get it. Shot from the face-off dot. I believe it hit his shoulder there and went wide. DeHotel still going after it. Yeah, being under the weather is not fun for this stuff, but here's DeHotel. Over to Stewart, back to McKinnon. Pass up to Clapham. Around the behind the net. No Hurricane there, so Avery Gilby will go after it. And a shot off the Acadia bench there. And an icing still called, even though the two players were right on the puck. They are playing heave away. I would think that'd be probably more appropriate for the end of the game here, but I don't know, maybe that's certifying a win for the Hurricanes. But now we're seeing here Acadia calling a timeout with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, so they'll have 30 seconds here to try and figure out some strategies and reset their energy. Once again, 2:20 remaining. We'll get a face-off to the blocker side of Paige Mather. We'll call that an Acadia win as Aaliyah Bent will have it. Now Maddie Gray does. Interception off of Abby Gordon. Here's Livy Lawler. Back to Gordon trying to take the shot on. Whiffed it. Lawler will now dump it towards the suppose you could call that one a trapezoid, even though there are no lines there for a potential goalie penalty, as you see in the NHL. The goalie has been pulled, so Acadia will get an extra skater out. This will be the clutch opportunity for the Hurricanes with under 2 minutes left. Here's Evoy dangling around and around, doing a bit too much. And trying to keep it in. Tingley will take the shot on. Good save, and the puck will trickle in. That will do it. Make it a 4-1 hockey game for the Holland Hurricanes with 1 minute and 33 left in the third period. And that will certify a guaranteed 2 points for the Hurricanes. A terrific start to the tournament after previously losing to Acadia in the last game between the two teams. If we count the regular season and the playoffs together, that is Abby Gordon's first career goal, so congratulations to her on that one. She had 2 assists in 7 games over the regular season. And we are now in the last minute. The Hurricanes can pretty much relax here. But we still got some hockey to play, of course. The Hurricanes will try to come up. Skating around right there, dumping it in. Around behind the net is Avery Gilby. Emma Stewart battling with her now. Along the corner of the boards, just over the trapezoid line there. Jason McMillan, with 1 goal tonight, gets pinned up along the boards by Chantel Richard. Now about 5 players in there, and the ref will blow the whistle with 21 seconds left. And the scorekeepers are just constantly playing heave away. I mean, you might as well. I mean, if you want to play it again for the win, then might as well crank it up to the max. Off the face-off, will call the Holland win. McDougall will try to get it right there, but now Deotel will get it, and there's a bit of a trip there, but I suppose the refs not really bothering to call anything else as this game is practically over. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it for this first game of the 2023 Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Association Championship, as the Holland College Hurricanes will get their revenge on the Acadia University Axe women, as when the 2 teams faced off on February 5th for the only game of what was originally a doubleheader, Acadia came in with a 2-1 victory, and the Hurricanes weren't so satisfied with that one. So they got the job done in this one, and they will begin the tournament with a 1-0-0 record. 2 points, very valuable for them. So there will definitely be some pressure on Acadia as they will face Cape Breton tomorrow morning. And there's the announcement there. So after this handshake line ends here, we're going to announce the all-star of each team here, as we do it with tournaments, of course. I do have a Hurricane in mind for who I think might get it. So Paige Mather will get the all-star selection for Acadia. Deserving.
And for your Holland College Hurricanes, number 1, Emma Arsenault.
You can hear the cheers there. Emma Arsenault. My prediction was right.
Fans, thank you for attending tonight's game. Please travel safely.
Emma Arsenault, both goaltenders will get the All-Star awards for tonight's game. Both played very well. Although, of course, one goaltender unfortunately got the rougher end of that one. But there will be an opportunity for her to get some redemption tomorrow morning, as at 9 a.m. we will have the Acadia University Axe women face off against the Cape Breton University Capers. Acadia remains undefeated in that category, going 4-0-0 against them. But don't underestimate the last place team. Don't underestimate them. Cape Breton is a hard-working team, so we'll have to see how that goes. We will be here to broadcast that one, and also tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m., or it might be 2 p.m., we'll have the Holland Hurricanes back in action against Cape Breton, who will be playing 2 games tomorrow afternoon, so Cape Breton will be in action, twice in one day. That's definitely going to be interesting for them. We will hear of the all-star team players for Cape Breton tomorrow morning, of course. So we'll be back tomorrow for the action. Thank you for listening and watching to the 2023 Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Association Championship action. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight to begin this tournament, and we will see you on the other side tomorrow morning between Acadia and Cape Breton. Safe travels to everyone that showed up tonight as well. Take care.